Gabe made this beat.
Welcome to Say Like a Champ, episode 165. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy. What's good, SLAC family?
Back in the building. Got a couple slackers already joining in. Got to give a big shout out to Unk, signing in from Puerto Rico. How do you say that first city, Strizzy? I'll put you on the spot.
I know is it Mayaguez?
Mayaguez? I like that. That sounded good. All right, that's what's up.
Like it.
I think he's down there doing some charitable work too. So definitely big shout out to Unk. Great job with that, and keep it up. We also got Kelly in the building. Hello, everybody, and Anthony Weston as well. What's good? So back on the dark side of YouTube, I see Anthony. That's what's up. Appreciate you. Also got Pops checking in as well. Good evening. So lots to talk about tonight. We got the NFL is rapidly approaching the trade deadline, so some movement going on there that we definitely want to report on and to talk about how that's going to impact the rest of the season. NBA season kicked off, and so there's some early storylines already that we want to get to on that, and then the World Series is starting later this week, so lots of different things to talk about through our topics. So we're going to dive into that, do our roundabout for about an hour, but before we do, Strizzy, anything you want to catch us up with and just check in with us, tell us how you're doing in your world?
Oh man, I'm 6,000 away from 100,000 followers, which is huge for me. That's been my number one primary milestone since starting this. So that's pretty huge. Honestly, I think I'll hit that mark within the next, the way things are going, I say week and a half, 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? If I'm really lucky by this weekend. We'll see how that goes, man. So that's a huge thing for me. Just big milestone check mark. But aside from that, man, nothing crazy. Some great fights UFC last weekend, which are huge. But nothing crazy, man. How about you?
Same old. Just trying to get it together, man. Keep it together. A lot going on, but that's how we do. We stay busy for sure around here. But hey, that's great, man. Congratulations. The 100K is coming very soon. That's a great plug, and I appreciate you mentioning that. And for everybody out there, if you guys are all our slackers, if you're not on TikTok yet, go ahead and just make you a TikTok profile. Doing it. Follow us, Jersey. Get him to that 100K. Help us build that up. And we'll keep it moving like that. We'll definitely have to get you a cake or something. You know what I mean?
I don't know what I'm trying to do yet, but I'm trying to do something.
Definitely got to do something special on that one though. So Anthony Weston says dope on approaching 100K. Definitely congrats on that. Also, we got to welcome Grace into the building. Hi, Grace. Thank you for joining. Glad to have you here with us. So I think that's about it. But before we get started, we definitely got to round out our panel with the third member, so we can get his classic takes, and that's Marcus. What's good, Marcus?
What's up, man? How y'all doing?
Yeah, fam. What it do, brother?
I don't know. Is that Facebook thing not working today?
Oh, is it not streaming to Facebook?
Yeah, it's tripping. I looked on the comments. It's all people from YouTube, so I don't know if there's something wrong with it, but it could be me.
Right.
So,
got you. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see if maybe if it's going out to the Facebook or if that link, something happened with that link. So, but if you're out there on Facebook, give us a thumbs up, give us a comment or something like that.
Yeah, let us know
if that's working out there. So, this technology stuff always doesn't get all the connections right. So. That's what's up. And then Greg said that's awesome. 100 coming soon.
Oh, Bobby's on that, so we good.
All right, cool. Yeah, Bobby, thank you for checking in for the Facebook squad. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down in the comment section over there, keeping everybody in line. So that's what it is. I think I'll go ahead and pull up our graphics here so we can get it right. Grace said I couldn't join via Facebook user. Yeah, you don't want to be shadow banned again or whatever. So we appreciate we get to see your picture and everything like that. So Bobby said y'all live, nothing is showing up for me. Wow. Dang, if only Bobby could hear us. We were trying to rep you, man, but I guess it isn't working though. I guess the connection isn't strong over there on Facebook. So I'm gonna go in the comments over there and try to post a comment You know, I don't know. We are live on Facebook or on YouTube. That's so weird. But we'll check in with StreamYard. We'll try to get that fixed. But Bobby and our Facebook friends might have to check us on the replay. So as we say though, the show must go on. Let's go ahead and get it popping, and we'll see if we can try to work on that in the background. But for now, we'll hop into our first topic.
What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tune to NFL Talk. Let's get it.
All right, NFL Talk. A few different things we talked about earlier. The trade deadline is coming up, and the biggest trade that kind of rocked the NFL world over this past weekend or before this past weekend was Christian McCaffrey being traded from the Panthers to the 49ers. I want to get your guys' take, but I'm going to defer to Strizzy first on this one because he's a resident Panthers fan. Do you think that the trade was good for the 49ers, the Panthers, both? What are your thoughts on it, and what are your thoughts on CMC on how he'll do in the 49ers?
I think it works for both, right? I think as far as the Panthers go, it's weird because they're like in this phase of like everyone thinking that they're in a rebuild or something of that nature. But the fact of the matter is like we have a great defense and we have the offensive players to get things done. Just for whatever reason, I feel like Matt Rule just wasn't able to get it done. Wilkes has been the coach for 2 weeks now, 1-1 essentially in his tenure. So I think if we can continue this, we have the Falcons this upcoming week, which is a very, very, very winnable game. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that goes. Plus, you know, we get a second, third, and fourth round in this draft. All picks we didn't have. The funny thing is like basically what happened is all of the trades we've made for quarterbacks and whatever over the last like 2 seasons, we essentially just got those picks back. So literally we got our 5th round back, our 2nd or 3rd, and our 4th round picks back. So essentially we just got picks back in the draft for the upcoming draft and in the 2024 draft, I believe, the following year. And then as far as the 49ers go, it's kind of weird, right? Because I feel like the 49ers, Shanahan always his focus has always been around running backs, right? Like you can make any running back almost be really, really good there. So I think he'll excel there because he's one of the best running backs when healthy. But it still was kind of a weird move, in my opinion, for the 49ers to go out there and grab him. So we'll see how it goes. Wilson had a really good night last night, even despite the loss.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually surprised to see McCaffrey play, as you know, he got in Thursday, had literally no practices. I expect a full slate next week when they play against the Rams. But you know, we'll see how things go. Dante Foreman had a great game. Chuba Hubbard had a great game before getting injured. You know what I mean? So we didn't really miss a beat on the ground game in a sense that, you know, both our running backs had really good games. So we just got to figure out how we can keep things rolling and keep that tank mentality out. Because if we win this week and the Ravens beat the Bucs, we're literally in first place of our division, even sit at 3-5, which is crazy to me. So down but not out, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. And we got Anthony Weston said right on time with the Panthers win. We also got YouTube user. Dang, so I think that's Bobby, though, from Facebook. He said, I appreciate it, Strizzy. I'm in here.
Yeah.
He says it worked out well for them the first game. Well, welcome, Bobby, to the dark side of YouTube, as I told Anthony Weston earlier. I guess we inadvertently converting people over here. But
yeah,
Marcus, what do you think about the trade?
We need the YouTube presence, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I was kind of shocked by it. I didn't think he'd go to the 49ers, but I think it's good for them. But the Panthers, I think they kind of fought harder than they could because they lost their main guy. So you think they went out there fought a little harder than normal. But I think at the end of the day, I don't know what's going to happen. But the 49ers should do good. But I thought it'd be a closer game with the 49ers, you know. But I don't know. But I think he's at a good home. I think he'll be good. But Wilson played good too, so I don't know.
Yeah, that is the thing. Like, I agree with both of you on as far as like the 49ers, like they just use like any running back, right? Like, so you don't necessarily need like
they could put one of us back there and be successful.
Yeah, so it's weird though. It's kind of, to me, it's kind of boom or bust for the 49ers. And it's like it might not work out as well as they think. Like, it's great to have that versatility, but they already had like a very versatile offense.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, I think since McCaffrey is there, I think Debo no more running for him. I think he'll be a receiver this year.
Right.
So,
no, I agree. I think that kind of lets him focus in on what's going on with that. So I think it is interesting though. I thought the Panthers could have probably got more out of it. I think the fact that they like CMC so much, it's like they wanted to see him go somewhere that he would be good. So it's almost like they were trying to but it's like it's weird because it's usually the opposite, right? In football and in business, it's like we got to get the best deal regardless of where you end up.
Sure.
But it seemed like they all also wanted to kind of help him go to a nice spot. So,
but he also has family ties with Shanahan and Coach Lynch too, because his dad and all that. So
exactly, that's like he went to Stanford out there. Like he's got family out in California. Like A-Dub said, I think they really wanted to do right by him because it'd be really messed up. Like we got a bad habit of like screwing over some players over the last couple of years. So it was kind of nice to see him go somewhere where he's going to be utilized. Yeah, and utilized well.
Let's see. Bobby's upset that it says YSA. I don't know why it comes through like that. Anthony West says can the Niners staff keep him healthy? They have horrible luck with running backs. That's true, and he hasn't had the best luck with injury over the past couple of years either. So, but I think that definitely makes him a little bit more dangerous. So
the good thing is too, McCaffrey, like his injuries are all freak accidents. None of them are the same, right? So like he doesn't have like a hamstring history. He doesn't have like an ankle sprain history or anything like that. Like his injuries are all like different kind of freak accidents. So it's just kind of up to him not up to him to stay healthy, but at least it's not something that's like lingering, you know what I'm saying? Like where some other running backs in the past have had like nonstop hamstring issues or things of that nature.
True. But yeah, that was the biggest trade to go down so far. And I think that potentially like the most exciting, to see the potential that he could bring to the 49ers offense. So we'll see though. It was cool to get him out there against the Chiefs already, even though they got blown out. The other trade that went down today that I think was pretty impactful is James Robinson going to the Jets. The Jets did lose their rookie Breece Hall this weekend, and he's been a standout for them so far. I think a big part of what they're doing. So getting another solid back in there is going to help them out. Yeah. Other interesting news that I wanted to get, especially your take on this one, Mark, is Matt Ryan being benched for the rest of the year. He was benched in this game, and he had a shoulder injury, but they basically have said that they're going to start Sam Ehlinger for the rest of the year and that they're sitting Matt Ryan down. What were your thoughts about that news and how that impacts the Colts?
It's kind of weird though, because he got 2 more years with them. So benching him this early, and he's a great quarterback. So I don't know. Maybe it's more to the story that we don't know, but to say they're on bench for the whole year is like wow. So Sam Ehlinger, he haven't played. I guess I don't think he started a game this year. So I don't know. It's just kind of weird to what they do with the contract. Can he leave them now and go somewhere else, or he that hurt?
Yeah, so they are tied to him for the next 2 years. They owe him guaranteed money, so they would have to trade him to somebody that's willing to take that on or just waive him. But that's my thing too. That was my first thought is like they're already committed to him, so benching him 7 games into his first season on a 3-year contract is very interesting. So we'll see about that one. Another kind of quarterback controversy that we saw play out last night. Mac Jones came back from injury, got benched for Zappy. But the Patriots, even Zappy wasn't enough. Even the Zapster wasn't enough. They got beat down by the Bears, but there's questions surrounding whether Mac Jones is going to be their starter moving forward. Strizzy, what's your take on that? I think you had some thoughts on that one.
Yeah, man. I mean, from last year, like, not only do I not necessarily think very highly of Mac Jones, but I still just don't think that Belichick and the Patriots really have a lot of trust in him. You know what I mean? Like, and that's shown from last year to this year. Like, you had 1 interception and they benched him already. It does sound very Belichick-ish though to do something like that to hopefully get him to kind of like maybe boost the competitive side for maybe next week. So we'll kind of see what happens if Zappy remains the starting quarterback or if they bring Mac back for this next game against the Jets. But I don't know, man. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anything from Mac that makes me feel like, nah, he'll be fine. He's their guy for the future. Like, I just wouldn't be surprised at all if Zappy doesn't work out if they're looking for another quarterback in the next year or 2.
He ain't going nowhere, man.
I'm not saying he's going anywhere. I'm just saying I don't think he's it.
Mac Jones is that future quarterback. I think he's still hurt. That's what I think it is. So I think he'll let him get healthy and he'll be there. I don't think they could get anybody else. So he'll be all right.
Yeah, I think so too. I like Mac Jones. There's something about him I do like. This Zappy guy has been great as a backup. But if you look at the fact that like last night, they took the lead in the second quarter and then they still end up getting blown out with Zappy playing the rest of the game. It's like, okay, he wasn't exactly the difference, or at least he didn't like play too much better than Mac Jones, considering Mac Jones only got like 2 series or something like that. So, like you said, Strizzy, maybe this is Belichick playing mind games with him, or maybe they brought him back too soon, and he wasn't feeling up to par. So we'll see how that plays out, but we'll definitely be keeping a close eye on that because the Patriots were looking really competitive, and then they drop a game that they should win, right? So what does that?
He still got the best gritty too, so I'm just saying, man.
I think so too. All right, let's see. Anthony Wesson, he goes back to the classic line. If you have 2 QBs, you have none, and that might be where the Patriots are at right now. Let's see. Bobby said in reference to Matt Ryan, he's done. He fell off the QB cliff. But Anthony Weston says they're pulling the trigger too quick. So I don't know. Pops reminded us that Cowboys made a trade too. They got the plug in the middle there that you see. They got him. Dang, now all of a sudden I'm blanking on his name.
I don't know what it is either.
I didn't know they made a move.
Yeah, but they traded for basically a big D tackle to try to help the run game. They're going up against some bigger.
Who did we trade?
Just a pick.
Okay.
Probably
so. And
they should have traded Deion Lewis and Anthony Brown. That's what they should have did.
I know you hate Brown. I know you're really not feeling him. So.
And Lewis might be out too. He hurt, so that's a good thing. So.
Yeah, Lewis did suffer an injury, broke his foot, so I think he's gonna.
He broke.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably the year then.
Yeah, so that's a rough one. I don't think he's gonna come. He's gonna be coming back from that one, so we'll see. But no, I thought I had his name written down here, but I guess I don't. I guess I just got his picture. But
so what's up with the star on Seahawks? What does that mean?
Oh yeah, so for the Seahawks, I just decided, like, you know what, I was just gonna give them a quick shout out because they're leading the NFC West, which we thought was going to be a super competitive division. Competitive division, and kind of felt like the Seahawks were left for dead when Russell Wilson left. So I just think they deserve a little gold star. I know it's early in the season, but they're out here competing, and they're leading their division, which I don't think any of us thought that they would be doing that.
No, matter of fact, if we go back to the tape, I think we all had them finish them last. You know what I'm saying? But you're absolutely right, though, man. It kind of sucks when Geno Smith got drafted, you know what I mean, and kind of went to the, I think it was the Jets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the Jets were kind of a kill your career early type team at the time, right? So we never really got to see what Geno Smith was actually really capable of, especially because of how good he was in college. And he's playing good. Like, it's not even like, the Seahawks are, doing okay. Like, he's actually playing really well. Like, he's throwing the ball well. Like, he's getting it to his receivers, his best guys. Like, and with the help of their rookie running back Walker, like he's playing really well too. So, I what they done, man. I'm really surprised. And shout out to the Seahawks. They're doing all right.
It won't last though.
Yeah. Hey, give him the props while it's still going. But yeah, who knows, man.
Let's see. Real quick, going back to the comments, Kelly said, "Did you talk about Rodrigo?" Got to give a shout out to Georgia kicker 8 Eyes, aka Rodrigo Blankenship, who was cut by the Colts after week 1. He came back. Now he's kicking for the Cardinals and kicked a couple field goals in their win over the Saints the other day. So congratulations to him on bouncing back and finding a job. I like that. I like him. You know what I'm saying? I like his swagger. So thank you for bringing that one up. I thought he was out though. I thought he was.
Yeah.
So let's see. Pop says Brown is one of the high quality cornerbacks. Only 4 penalties. 0 penalties this year. Very underrated. Okay, so he doesn't.
He's also 5'2". So when we play against a big receiver, this is barbecue chicken. That's all I'm saying.
Let's see. The last one I had on here was the Mike Evans. I don't know if you guys saw this, but after the game the other day, there was a video where it looked like the refs were asking for his autograph. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I throw a picture of that up there. It was creating a little bit of a controversy, but I guess what happened was the ref was actually getting Mike Evans' phone number to pass along to a pro golfer that he knows so that he could, because Mike Evans was trying to get golf lessons. Okay. That's what they said was the explanation, that it wasn't an autograph, but he was actually giving him his phone number so that he could provide that to this pro golfer. What do you guys think about that?
Hey, if it's golf, you do stuff like that because you want to get those lessons in, man, because you don't be embarrassed. So I would do the same thing if I was him.
Right.
I kind of agree. And, like, if the Bucks would have blew us out and they was getting us autograph, I'd be like, so I'm fishy up, but they got their ass beat. They got their ass whooped. You know
it's funny how winning heals all that, right? You're like, we won, so I'm not even tripping now. Like
it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
No, it is pretty funny though that everybody was like mad, like, oh, he could have been getting his autograph, but then instead he's giving him his phone number. Like, that's just the same. Like, I mean, isn't that work? Like, can't that just be so they can hook up later? You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
It is kind of interesting though but the NFL did come out quickly and be like, we got to the bottom of this, and but if you watch the video, and we'll have to put the video up on the YouTube, I think it was pretty funny though, the way they were like, Mike, and then they're like, oh, and then the other refs like, here's a pen, here's a piece of paper. They're all like getting it. Like, it did look like some kids that were like trying to get an autograph, So I think it just looked funny, but definitely want to mention that for sure. So
I'm setting NFL line again.
So let's see. The last one we're gonna do for NFL talk though is just pull up the scoreboard real quick. Is there any games you guys wanted to touch on? I mean, I know we had the big Panthers victory over the Bucks. We got to give a shout out to Strizzy's squad for that.
I'm leaning on that fence. They keep messing around. You're gonna find me in a Bills hat next week, man. But,
you keep threatening that. I know it's already on order. Like, you just waiting for
don't get me wrong. Like, I actually legit like the Bills. I actually am a Bills fan. I'm not gonna lie. But like, the Panthers are my squad. I'm trying to roll through these irritating times, but it's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah, it's definitely tough.
The Steelers game was a good game to me. The Dolphins Steelers game, but we just need Tua, man. Like, he even said in an interview, he gotta go down. Like, he know he can't be doing that, man. It's just like you trying like the guy. You can tell the guys don't want to knock you out, but you going head first, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, man, you couldn't do that. But that's why I wouldn't bring him back so soon, man. Like, so it won't happen because he could have easily got another concussion.
Yep.
And just this is bad. That's bad to see, man.
Yeah, I agree. He was leading with his head. He was not going down. And it's kind of one of those, it's almost not the same, but it's almost kind of like an RG3 situation where it's like, if he's not going to protect himself, like, somebody's got to type of thing.
I think another game too is the Green Bay Commander game. Like, Green Bay does not look good, man. They just don't look good. Like,
yeah, I think that they're going to be trying to make a move for a receiver over the next week for sure, or they'll be signing OBJ or both. Who knows?
Right.
I'm just not sure if like a late addition like that is going to really fix it. Like, it's easy to look really quickly and see that, they need help at receiver, but I think there's more going on there with the whole team. And yeah, they shouldn't have dropped that game to the Commanders.
Yeah.
But Taylor Heineke strikes again, man. Every time his backup comes in, he makes a little something happen. So
yeah.
He's just a great relief pitcher, I guess. He just comes off the bench and makes things happen.
It wasn't even looking very good. Like, the game was actually looking pretty bad, you know what I'm saying? But Commanders kept it close and they got that touchdown to McLaurin, you know what I'm saying? It just it is what it is. But Green Bay's offense just ain't moving right now. It's crazy.
Yeah. Agreed. We did touch a little bit about CMC playing in the 49ers game, but we definitely got to give our Chiefs fans their time to talk about the 49ers. Anthony Weston wanted to talk about that one. And then he said Pat leads the NFL in passing TDs, yards, and rating, but let the media tell you it's nothing without Hill. I think that they definitely are getting more dangerous, though, more versatile. Who's the boy? Juju. Juju really came out this week.
Look great.
Yeah. I think the more that they get like big possession receivers like that involved, like they are more dimensional, if not more dangerous. You know what I'm saying? It's just in different ways. So
they the team to beat right now. Right now I'm putting them over the Bills, man. So let's see.
Yeah, I think so too. I think even though the Bills did take them out recently, I think the Chiefs are definitely up there. The Eagles were off this last week, but they're coming back into action next week. A lot of power rankings have the Eagles at the top simply because they're undefeated, but I don't think that they're necessarily the best team in the league or the team that I would most fear playing. So we'll see. Giants continue their role beating the Jags. I know the Jags aren't, the best, but they're really solid this year. So Giants at 6-1 is pretty crazy. Titans rolling. Seahawks over the Chargers. Got to give them a little bit more credit on that one.
Yeah. And they lost Mike Williams. That's huge.
Like lost him for good or just that game?
No, I think they lost him for some weeks.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go to IR.
Yeah, I think so too.
Let me see if I can get an injury update on that one. But yeah, he was gonna be out for a while, and then the other dude, Keenan Allen, just came back in that game. So
yeah,
the team though that's like doing terrible is the Broncos. Like wow, Seahawks are doing great. Broncos is doing bad.
I know. It's crazy.
I didn't see that coming at all, man.
Me neither.
Yeah, I think the Broncos, and then they benched Wilson for this last game, even though he was basically saying like he's ready. I'm curious about that, and I'm also curious about just the coaching staff situation. Like, is this new guy gonna last? You know what I'm saying? Because he's already under fire halfway into his first year, or less than halfway into his first year. So
I think one more loss, he's gone.
And the thing that sucks most about it is like it's not even just the losses; it's been some of the decisions that he's made. Like the decisions that he's made as a head coach have really put him kind of like in the hot seat and kind of under fire. You know what I'm saying? So like they're losing, which looks bad. You know what I mean?
It's like he's coaching like an assistant coach. Like, no, dog, you're a head coach now. Like, you got to do better.
100%.
Most definitely, yeah. So, Anthony Weston says thank you to the Cowboys defense in one league for 26 points. They did go off, and Pops said you're welcome. Pops said the Cowboys defense, and Pops and I were going up against each other in Strizzy's league, and he took me out, man. All those turnovers, all those fumbles, that definitely helped them go over the top. So,
but you know I'm a Cowboys fan, but I can't lie. Those two interceptions, lucky hit the ground, but they gave it to us. So,
hey, you know what? They were close, but it's like finally we got the benefit of those like called on the field, so we got to leave it type of thing.
Right.
But I do want to say one thing real quick for Cowboys fans that are watching that game. Tony Romo's kind of low-key becoming the new Troy Aikman as far as like a Cowboys hater. I don't know why, but I don't know if you're noticing that too.
He's been doing that.
It's like, man, like what the heck? Like why do all the former Cowboys just be hating on the Cowboys in the broadcast? It's so funny.
Know. It has to be the upstairs people or something they don't like because, like, come on, man, y'all do better than that. Any other people that former player they go for their team, but I don't know, man.
I don't know. Some of the big teams, like ex-players, all got haters because like Shaq's a huge Laker hater too, man. Like that man be hating. Like if that was me out there, like I don't know. Aikman, I bet you Aikman think the same thing, man. If I was still a quarterback of the Cowboys, this team.
So I guess I'm in the Romo Aikman wagon now since I'm in jeopardy. Okay.
I guess you're leading closer to them. Dang.
Okay. I guess I don't say the truth about what's going on. I guess so. Don't be a realist,
Marcus. You know what? On everything I love as my brother, I can appreciate you as a Cowboy fan, dog. Like, because a lot of people don't hate the Cowboys. They hate their
fans. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can appreciate hey, I gave Peppers 3 wins at the beginning of the season. Dog. Like, I can appreciate an honest fan, dog. I can appreciate an honest fan.
For sure. Oh, dude.
I do like number 54 that we got too. Like 54 looks really good for us. Like I like him.
The rookie from Ole Miss. Yeah, he's looking good.
What does the 2 X's mean? What is it? I'm lost.
Which one?
On Pops, the 2 square. What is that? The X's in the box?
It's a heart and a Band-Aid.
Oh, I can't see it.
Oh yeah, it's a laughing, a heart, and a Band-Aid.
Oh, okay. See, maybe I am in jeopardy. I can't even see what he putting on there. So, all right.
You're being blocked somehow. Oh man, that's funny. Anthony West says the Bengals are sneaking up again. I definitely agree. Their offense is starting to click like it was down the stretch last year, and that's kind of scary. But the Falcons hung in that game better than I thought. So I don't know. Let me see. Oh, Facebook user Bobby says Streets is right. The fans is never realistic. We're not all like that.
No, facts. Like I said, that's why I can appreciate y'all, man. That's why I can appreciate y'all.
That's what's up. But all right, I think that rounds out NFL talk pretty much. So we're going into week 8. Only a couple bye weeks next week. But check out our show on Thursday. We'll be bringing the picks on Secure the Bag Thursdays at noon. That show drops. Share it with a friend, and then join us in the Yahoo to compete for Super Bowl squares and shout out to Anthony Wesson, aka Chiefs Kingdom, for winning this week. Congrats on that one. I think it was with the tiebreaker again too. So,
man, I won week 1. I ain't been close since. I ain't been close since.
It's been tough. But actually, the overall season rankings are starting to even out a little bit. So it's pretty close. So it's going to be a fun competition down the stretch, and bonus Super Bowl squares for the year-long winner. So
for sure.
What's up?
Congrats.
But all right, go ahead and jump over into our NBA talk real quick, and give our thoughts on that young season. I still have flashbacks to that crash, man. That thing really. All right, so NBA season kicked off, and it's really early. Most teams have played 3 or 4 games, so I got just some overall general impressions I want to get from our slackers here. But I kind of threw up some teams that I feel like are kind of on the up arrow that we might not have expected, and then a couple teams that are kind of on the down. But before we get into that, I do want to talk injury updates. Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram both went down in the same game, unfortunately. But it looks like both of them will be back relatively soon. Just not the best way to start for the Pelicans as far as being such a young season and them coming back from injury.
Zion, get up. Man, you all that cushion you got back there. Get up.
And he all right, too. He was waving off. They were trying to give him, heat and stuff like that. He was okay. I think for them, Pelicans just got scared. They're like, oh, no, get him out. Get him out. He got to come out. You know what I'm saying? But Zion,
it was a clean block by Jordan Clarkson, too. Clean block.
Yeah, he's good. I was a lot more worried about Ingram, though. Because he's been hooping. But yeah, man, kind of sucks to see that literally two best players probably going down. A little scary.
Yeah. Zion, he was downgraded to out for this game. I think he was doubtful, but I'm hoping he comes back later this week. And I'm hoping you guys are right that maybe they just got a little nervous. Oh, he's down again. Okay, we got to bubble wrap him real quick.
Yeah,
Ingram, he had the concussion when he ran into his own teammate. But I think he'll only be out 1 game too, so we'll see. But
concussion, all that hair, come on, y'all ain't killing.
I know he's rocking the hair. He's got added protection. So
Marcus come on, Zion, you got all that back. Come on now, bro.
Right.
All that hair, man. Get your ass up, guys.
Yeah, but they're going to be an exciting team to watch for sure.
Yeah.
I just want them both to be healthy.
Other
thing I put up here. Adam Silver, he talked about new anti-tanking rules that they've got into place where basically no matter what, the highest percentage chance for the number 1 pick is 14%, even if you're the worst team in the league by far. So that's kind of interesting. But I guess they kind of updated the rules, and some people are kind of saying, or the thought process is that this Victor Wembanyama, who's he's 7'4" from France, that teams are going to start tanking for him. So they kind of wanted to update these rules. What do you guys think about tanking though? Is that something that they should worry about, or should just the worst team get the best draft pick, like how the NFL works? What do you guys think?
Tanking been going on for a long time. I ain't gonna stop now.
Yeah, agreed. And not only that too, you can look at the worst teams in the league. They're not tanking; they just suck. You know what I'm saying? You start seeing teams like the Warriors, losing games on purpose. You're like, okay, something's up. You know what I mean? Or some of the better teams in the league, but some of the worst teams are losing just because they aren't very good. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't think it's going to change it that much. But I actually do like the fact how the NBA does their draft compared to the NFL, where it's just flat out, worst team gets number 1 pick, and the NBA worst team might get the 3rd pick.
Right. Yeah, I think it is cool because it does make it different, but I'm kind of a conspiracy theorist. I think that they do that so they can control it, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, the ping pong balls bounce their way when they want them to, which is kind of weird, It's like a team that has, that's the 6th or 7th worst record might get the best pick.
Right. How many years in a row did the Cavs get the 1st round pick after LeBron left?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 3?
Yeah, so, I think that they mess around a little bit sometimes when they want to, but I get what he's trying to say and trying to make sure, that they're out there at least pretending to do the right thing or trying to make it look like they're doing the right thing. And I do think that this kid, when he gets drafted, is going to be really good too.
I think actually.
He's playing in the G League right now, so we can see highlights, and he's kind of getting some different experience as far as NBA type offenses. I think that's going to be really good for him in the long run. So he'll be the number 1 pick next year for sure. Let's see. Okay, so really quick, I'm going to jump into the comments. Yeah, and Anthony West says, has the Lakers season kicked off yet? They definitely haven't won yet. Hopefully they'll get that out of their system soon. Bobby says Zion is out of injury minutes. In my opinion. Yeah, he's run out of his allotment, man. He got no more PTO left. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you're gonna have to work, man. Anthony West says Perk's not happy about how the Clippers are managing Kawhi. He said he is out and his team didn't play yesterday. He said, "Why is he out and his team didn't play?" Yeah, have you guys? What do you guys think about the Kawhi load management? Basically, he took all of last year off, and then already basically they played 2 games, and then he took off the third. So, what do you guys think?
He could have played last year, and he didn't. I've never liked Kawhi's whole, sit out when I feel like it mentality. Like, it's just, I don't know. To me, he could go.
Yeah. Like I always said, that year Kevin Durant was out and he was on Toronto. He was the best player in the NBA. All of the injuries, they made him better than what he is. He's not that. To me, he's not that a top 10 player. Like, and when they was out, he won a championship with them. He was a better person. So everybody put him up there, and he is who he is. So it's like I think that 1 year when all the injuries happened, Curry was out, different people. Kyrie was out, Steph Curry. And he was the best face of the league, so I think he's still feeding off that. That's when he went to the Clippers the following year, all that kind of stuff. So he just playing off of that, man. I still don't think Kawhi is that guy, but you can't change it, man. So the Clippers think he is, so it's always be like that until he retire. But
yeah, I agree with you, Marcus. As far as like Kawhi, when he's on, like when he's been at the top of his game, great player, like 2-way player.
Yeah.
All the way back to when he was in those Spurs systems, just like a great player and knowing what to do and doing the right thing. But I do think that after the Toronto thing, when he went to the Clippers, he made so many demands and they basically bent over backwards to give him whatever he wanted, including like hiring his own trainers on their training staff. I think he did get too comfortable in that position and they're like afraid to say anything because they still are trying to get their return on the investment. So
it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's not.
But it looks like he's on track to play less than 60 games again this year, probably around 50. But, he'll take every third night off and they'll keep paying him. So we'll see how that goes. But Bobby said, I forgot Kawhi was in the league. And it's sad, but that's kind of how it seems like, I don't know.
I feel like an old head when I say this, though. But the NBA ain't like it used to be, man. They used to do the soft, man. Like,
bro,
back in the day, they playing, dog. But these players, they don't. I don't think it's gonna ever go back to that. Like AD gonna be the same way, Kyrie Irving gonna be the same way. They're not gonna play a lot of games. It sucked that that's happened, but the NBA will never be the same with that kind of stuff, man. So
KG said it best when he went on that rant when he was talking about like you get paid to play 82 games. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you make way too much money to be playing 60 games, you know what I'm saying? Or less than 60 games when you're healthy, not even when you're injured, when you're healthy. Like that's crazy to me.
I blame Pop for creating this. I think he created this and it worked for them and everybody's doing it now. So and you can't make them play. You can't be like, oh, we know you're not hurt because sometimes they are hurt, but I think some people at the same time there's nothing you can do about it. Like they said, they can't play. They're not going to play. So
nobody is 100% the entire league. You know what I'm saying? But like as a hooper, Marcus, you know this growing up, hooper and playing football. It's like if you can play, like you play. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, we weren't getting paid for the shit, but still, like if you can play, you can get in that game and give it 80%. Like you giving 100% of that 80%. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy.
And he just might not have the same passion for it like that because like. Me and my 9 to 5, like if I could take every third day off and I'm still gonna get the pay, I'm gonna do that. I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? So I see his point from that standpoint, you know what I'm saying?
But the NBA, somebody like lawyers, they gotta have a meeting and do something. You miss these certain amount of games, you ain't getting paid that money you was getting.
Exactly.
You gotta do that some kind of way. But I know it's contract now, so they can do that. But they gotta figure out some kind of wiggle room or something. Like when you missing this many games, you're not getting this, and you're not getting that, you're not getting this. You know what I'm saying? So then you don't want to play. That's fine. That's fine. We're not gonna pay you for it then. So
or have like some kind of bonuses where it's like
something gotta happen.
Then it goes up, type of thing. Yeah,
because they gonna keep doing this same old thing over and over again. So
and that's real too. Like Anthony Weston said it best. It's like Imagine going to a game to see a specific player and you find out he ain't playing. These tickets are only going up. They're not going down. You know what I'm saying? Like, these tickets are expensive, bro. Like, they're not cheap. So, you go and you're like, man, I'm going to see Kawhi. And Kawhi like, no, I'm chilling.
Yeah, that's tough. That is tough. Especially like I feel like that a lot with baseball. It's like that. Every time I try to go see Barry Bonds or whatever, like he'd have that day off or whatever. certain things, or like with the Lakers, like being here with the Suns, like so many times they play the Suns after 2 nights of a back-to-back and like somebody be hurt or whatever. It's like, dang, like it's just not the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the comments, I do agree with that. Like when you have people coming to see you, that's why like, players like the older type of Mohicans, like, Jordan and like Kobe were like, I'm gonna go out there and ball out like every time, because that might be the one time anybody sees me and I gotta prove to them, show them who I am, So, and Pop said that too. I agree. Need to play all 82 and the playoffs. Anthony West says give him PTO days like we. That would be funny if it's like, all right, you get 6 all year. Like you get 6 games. You can just opt out, no questions asked. You blow them all early. You're gonna be here late. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. That'd be kind of interesting.
Dude, I went to a Suns game against the Heat back when the Big Three were there. LeBron and D-Wade both sat out. All I got to see was Chris Bosh. I was mad as hell. Like, I was heated. We still won, obviously, because the Suns were really bad at that point in time. But like, I was heated. Like LeBron and Wade both sat out. All I got to see was Chris Bosh play. I was pissed because I paid for D-Wade and LeBron type tickets.
Right.
So I was hot.
They didn't give no discount on the tickets. So.
I ain't getting no type of discount. None.
That's crazy.
I ain't getting no free tacos or nothing.
Yeah. So hopefully though that changes, but I don't know how it will. You know what I'm saying? Maybe instead of doing the anti-tanking stuff, Adam Silver should start, the anti-rest management type of thing, anti-load management. So, the only other thing though, I did have a couple of surprising teams. Portland Trailblazers off to an undefeated start. Got to give them a little bit of credit. Dame's doing his thing, but also Simmons, backing him up, is doing a great job trying to be that CJ McCollum type of player for him.
Thank you.
Bless you. The Jazz and the Spurs also kind of on the uptick, which is interesting because these are teams in the West where we really didn't expect too much.
It's only 4 games.
I know it's early. Marcus already shaking your head, but I gotta put something on here. You know what I'm saying? We gotta talk about something. So
I just wish we could have seen. I love this guy. He's my favorite player still. But I wish I could have seen Dame instead of Russell and Lakers. Because Dame, like watching Dame, he's so good, man.
Yeah.
He is so good. It just for him to stay in Portland is like, what are you doing, man?
No.
There was a time we thought that was gonna happen for sure.
It's hard to watch.
We thought that was gonna be we thought the Lakers were gonna get him at one point. So
and I still think Russ is a good player. I think he's a good player, but that system, you can tell he's forced. He's trying. He want to prove everybody wrong, but that ain't the right system for him. Like it's not going to work.
It's really not. But I will say this though, they got a lot more problems than just Russ. You know what I'm saying? Like I watched that Portland game too. And you just see a lot. Like it just looked like LeBron don't care no more. Like AD don't look like he cared too much. Like that last play where Jeremy Grant drove on Bron and he didn't do nothing, and AD supposed to be help defense and he didn't help out. That layup was too easy. That was an easy block for AD or Bron, and neither one of them contested it. They tipped the ball out to Bron at 3-point line, got a brand new shot clock, and LeBron took a 3-point from the logo. Bron, you don't shoot threes like that, my guy.
But he wanted to be like Lillard. I think you lost your audio though, Marcus.
Oh, my fault. But
no, you're good.
But
okay.
I was just saying, like, it's just one of those things where, like, and on top of that too, like in the offseason, they still went out and got more scores. They didn't get no shooters. Like they still didn't assess or address the problem they had last year. They literally look like the same team last year. They're just healthy right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's early. Marcus is 100% right. It's 0-3. It's so early, but it's like they got way more problems than just Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. And Pops, I know I'm always on your case, but Pops, you gotta see where Dame Town come from, Pops. It's playoffs, Pops. He's a playoff performer, man.
Not a playoff performer.
He's Dame Town.
One Portland game.
Come on, that's what Dame Town was created. It was in the playoffs.
Yeah,
he's a playoff performer.
Yeah,
he does.
But
I don't know. I think
the backup. He never had the backup.
But I don't know. I just think Russ somewhere else. I think he'll do better. I just think he's trying hard to prove people wrong, and it's kind of hard to do that because you're not a shooter, so you try to do your game, and it's not fitting with them, So
right.
Yeah.
No, I definitely agree with that. I think it's only a matter of time before Westbrook gets traded, but I'm just so irritated with the Lakers because they've known this basically since the first 20 games of last year, and they still have not done anything, and his value has only gone down. Like, they've only gotten farther away from getting what they want out of Russell Westbrook, and I don't know what that is now anymore, but I agree that it's like he's still good, but the harder he tries here, the further he falls. Like, it just doesn't, it's pushing him further away.
Maybe he walked in a meeting with Jenny and something was going on. He was supposed to see he got something on him, so I don't know.
He's like, I'm good. I'm gonna be.
He said, "Oh, Phil, what you doing here?" So no.
There was a really bad play in that game too, though, where like I think they were
that last shot.
That bad
you
shot.
You can't do that. You can't do that, Russ. You can't shoot that.
It was too quick. It was way too quick.
It's like this. I've never been a Laker fan. I love Kobe and I love Russ and LeBron. Yeah. But watching the Lakers, this not the Lakers. They've been bad, but it's bad with great players on the team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They have never been like this. It's just like, oh my God, man.
No, I agree with you. Like, as a Lakers fan, and I know Anthony Weston's out there too. I know he pretty much watches every game. I try to watch every game as much as I can, and it's like, it's bad. Like, I mean, the Robert Sacre days, it was bad, but that was when Kobe was hurt, and we had like Steve Blake and everything.
Right.
Yeah, hard, so it didn't. That's
bad. That's not even an excuse, dog. Like, that's real talk. Like, what are you going to do with that team?
Right. You know what I'm saying? But when you got LeBron and AD out here supposed to be all world players, and you're watching it like this, it's like, nah, man.
But think about this though. What if they would kept D'Angelo Russell on the team? They kept BI. They kept Rondo. The Lakers are tough right now. Just imagine this. It's only 3 players, but just imagine them 3 players, which I think they could still be on that team right now. They are tough. Like, Lakers are back to Lakers, Right. So it's just like, I don't know, man. It's just kind of those guys are gone doing their thing somewhere else.
Yeah,
so I know it's interesting though, but I do think that ever since LeBron got there, the Lakers have just been looking at the short term, the next 1 to 2 years, and trying to do quick fixes.
Yeah,
and it's just really put them in a bad spot, and it continues to put them in a bad spot because they have literally like no more draft capital for the next couple of years either. So, there's not a lot of moves that they could even make. So we'll see.
You put Philly up there. Philly, I thought they was winning some games. They haven't been.
I think they started 1-3.
Oh, they won. I thought they won at least 2 games. Okay, I didn't know that.
I think they just won their first game last night, and so maybe they're 1-2.
Oh, okay.
They dropped their first couple games.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So I kind of put them up there just because I know Pops will probably want to hate on them a little bit. So yeah, they're 1-3. So they beat the Pacers last night, but they started 0-3. So
yeah, Pop, I agree with Pops on that. Cause I still said this that I'm dead wrong. I said keep Kuzma, get rid of Ingram. What was you talking about, bro?
But you know what's funny is, like, even if they would have kept Kuzma at this point and like Caruso, you know what I'm saying? I still would feel better about those type of players. KCP, give me KCP back, at least he could heat up sometimes from 3, but
for real.
But when I heard Magic say they could have had Buddy Hield and they could have had what's my guy in Chicago from Toronto? What's his name? With the braids. He played in Toronto, the Raptors, and he went to Chicago right now. DeRozan.
Oh, DeRozan.
Yeah.
Like they could have had DeRozan and Buddy Hield. Like, that's.
Did you see DeRozan's interview with what's his face from Duke?
What did he say?
Bro, he basically was like, the deal was done. Like, he was like, I went on vacation, was expecting to come back and sign paperwork. He was like, it was a done deal. He was like, I was a Laker. He was like, and then I got a call, and for some reason they picked up Russ. He was like, he's like, I was confused. He's like, I had no idea. He was like dumbfounded. He was like, I was a Laker. He was like, the deal was done. He's like, I have no idea.
We gotta do some blocking. We gotta do some. Oh, you take it there.
Yeah. That's wild. But yeah, man, like DeRozan was like a Laker. He was supposed to be a Laker. So that's
crazy though. I think Rob Pelinka is kicking himself for sure. But the funny thing is, like, the hindsight isn't doing any good for him because he's still not making any moves to change things going forward. Like, this offseason, they made the same mistakes and they are like the same team again. So it's gonna be a long year. I think that really, even though I hate to say this as a Lakers fan, the Lakers just need to double down on LeBron's pursuit of the scoring title. They need to just embrace that and just lean into that and not worry about being a great team and then wait it out because they have a lot of cap space for next year. But I have a feeling that they're going to try to make a trade and screw it up again. So
I had one question before we move on too. I had one question for Pops and Unc. They older guys. How do you guys feel about LeBron catching Kareem Tyler and Kareem not really liking LeBron? Like, should they kind of like embrace or just let them be against each other? I guess. You know, how you guys feel about like the new school? I know Pops will be honest too about that because he don't like LeBron anyway. But
true, that's a good question. So yeah, it's like because that is interesting that they're not really like cool.
Yeah, and they both Lakers right now. You know what I'm saying? So when LeBron beats it, to me, Kareem should be there. You know what I'm saying? And then like embrace him and like congratulations, like when Reggie Miller and Ray Allen was there for Steph Curry when they passed their records up. You know, they were there, but I don't know. I don't know. Like should Kareem let Kareem be who he is? Or he don't have to be cool LeBron, or should they be cool? I don't know. I think it should be cool, you know, but I don't know.
I think that'd be better. You know what I'm saying? That'd be better if they were. But I don't know because I think it would be nice to kind of like see that like passing the torch type moment. You know what I'm saying? When he's there to support him. Because
he gonna get it. It's gonna happen. It ain't like it gonna happen. So you might as well go ahead and embrace it. But like I said, maybe old school, like forget him. I don't want him breaking my record. But I don't know.
Pop says, Kareem doesn't like LeBron, but he'll show up for the ceremony.
Okay.
So okay. But,
I didn't think he would show up, but I think he'll show up. So I'd be cool though. You know what I'm saying?
Anthony Weston says, congratulate, but don't make the relationship more than what it is. Be authentic.
Okay. Got it.
That's fair. And then Pops, real quick, he had to sound off on the Sixers. 76ers 1-3 and B, still fat lady. Harden still can't shoot. Stunting Maxi's development every moment on the court with Harden. Sixers messed up big time. So
man,
I do agree with that though. I do feel like Harden does stunt Maxi's development.
Yeah, because Maxi was on the verge of going up, man.
Yeah, he was, and right now that growth is being stunted, man. Like, I don't know.
Is Wishop still on the team? The wing. What's his name? He was the Clippers at one time. Yeah, he stayed there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Underperforming though.
Oh, okay.
So,
he's still their fourth option.
Yeah. All right, let's move on from the NBA though. Lots of good stuff and lots of fun games to watch for sure. And we'll keep a monitor on our teams. But again, like we said, this is very early. I do think that the fortunes will change for some of these teams, but probably not the Lakers. So, all right, that's what it is. Let's get to our last topic. We'll knock this out real quick.
So what's next again?
Other sports?
Oh yeah, other sports. Okay, so not football.
Yeah, not basketball. We did that already.
Oh, okay, like hockey.
Yeah, like hockey. Feel me?
Okay, like baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Like soccer, right?
There we go.
Like soccer.
Like other sports.
Yo, I gotta see Pops' comment real quick. Pops, if I could, that's going on my bucket list, Pops. I'm gonna try to get that to happen, dog. I'm gonna try to get that one to happen.
Once you use that 100K clout, you know what I'm saying?
If I continue to grow, I'm gonna set that up. I'm gonna get that set up.
Let's make it happen.
And I'm recording the whole thing too. Week.
Oh yeah, for sure. All angles. Got the audio ready, everything. But yeah, so big news this week. World Series is starting Friday. We got the Phillies against the Astros. Shout out to the Phillies for making it through. They beat the Padres, who were hot, but we talked about this last week that both teams were hot, and you never know who's gonna ride that hot hand. But the Astros looking real tough, still undefeated in the playoffs. They have not lost a game, and I'm thinking, wouldn't that be sweet if they would just sweep the Phillies? Like that would be super, super legit. That might be a little bit too much to ask for, but I think that honestly, though, the Phillies and the Eagles doing so well is giving my dad's Sixers a pass a little bit. So that's one fortunate thing for beating them. So let's see. I did put Mattress Mac on here. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Mattress Mac, but he's a famous sports bettor, and he has $10 million on the Astros to win the World Series. He originally started with like $2.5 million back in May, and then he's been dropping more and more money on them. He stands to win $75 million if the Astros win the World Series. and that will be the biggest payout in history. Marcus, what do you think about that?
That's gonna mess us up, man, because he ain't getting that.
I don't know, man. Mattress Mac is, but he ain't Drake. He don't be really be jinxing. Mattress Mac be winning, dog.
I don't know. And I like the fact that he always bets on his home teams too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not like you don't like that.
I want us to win, but I'm not comfortable right now. You know, I think everybody picking us to win. And it's like, man,
Yeah.
I just want Dusty to get one, man. And that's all I really want. I don't care about nothing else. I hope he get one, but I just got a feeling, man, it's gonna be tough to get too. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a tough World Series. I definitely think it won't be a cakewalk, and being the favorite doesn't really do much for you when you have to go out there and play the games, right? On paper, it looks like that, but
yeah,
I feel you.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, I think you got this, though. I think you got this. We'll see. The games 1 and 2 are Friday and Saturday, and then after that, I think we got Monday and Tuesday games. So we'll be back next Tuesday, and that'll probably be during Game 4 of the World Series. So we might be able to give some live updates during that one. But Mattress Mac, one cool thing is he does give out a free mattress to basically like anybody that buys a mattress at his mattress store this fall. If the Astros win, they'll get their money back. So that's part of his like betting strategy is he uses the bets to like sell a bunch. And then if the Astros were to lose, he still made a bunch of money off of his mattresses to kind of cover his losses. So it's kind of a funny scheme that he does, but it builds attention and it kind of works for him. And if he wins the $75 million, I don't think he's sold $75 million worth of mattresses. So, but I think last time when the Astros won it back in like 2019, he had to pay out $10 million worth of mattresses that he had sold. So that's pretty crazy.
Does Harper have a World Series?
What's that?
Harper,
this is his first time ever in the World Series.
That's what I thought. Man, it's tough. I want to root for my boy, but I'm like, I like Bryce Harper, man. I feel like he'd be kind of nice for him to go out and get one.
It would be for him, but I don't know. I'm such a like Mike Trout fan that I'm like kind of
that's facts.
It's funny.
Not to mention, it's kind of cool to see the Astros get back. You know what I'm saying? Back in there again. So it should be a good one. They're both hitting well.
Cheating and everything. We back in there, baby.
That's the thing. That's what like for Pops cheating, the Astros will win. That's so funny, but it's like that's kind of part of the reason why I want them to win is for people like Pops that are just like still constantly on the cheating.
Haters.
I'm sorry, Pops,
you still gotta hit the ball. You still gotta catch the ball. The cheating gonna help you catch the ball. So
yeah, so they still got to go out there and do it. So I love it. We'll see.
And we weren't the only one cheating. We the only one got caught. So you know.
That's what it is. That's what it is. A couple other stories up there. Brittany Griner, she celebrated her 32nd birthday last week. Today we found out that her 9-year prison sentence was upheld. Her appeal was denied. So it looks like she's going to be down for a stretch. But I think this is going to force the U.S. to do something if they decide that they want to do something. Hopefully she doesn't do 9 years.
It's just hard to go get her. She's so tall. You gonna know who she is. It's like, God, dang, man.
That's real.
I have a feeling she's gonna do a couple years. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a little while before they resolve it. But I'm hoping that's not necessarily the case for her. I'm wishing her well. Hold your head up, BG. But dang, she put herself in a bad spot on that one for sure. Live Golf, the tournament, the finale of the season is this weekend, and there's over $50 million in prizes going out, including $16 million to the winning team. Should be an interesting tournament, and it's kind of going to end the whole year of golf. And I think it was a successful first year for Liv, seeing where they started and where they came from. And I think they'll be back with a vengeance next year. What you think, Marcus?
Most definitely. Liv Golf ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, once they get this TV deal too, they'll really have some more momentum. So we'll see. But I might check out a little bit of that, but it's still only on their website and YouTube for free. So if you guys want to check it out, that's where you can see that Thursday through Saturday. So last story we have up there is just on the left, the NCAA rankings. Not too much movement, but Ole Miss did lose this weekend. And so they fell down, and also UCLA lost too. So I put a couple of the Heisman favorites up there.
When y'all play the Vols again, Next week?
Not this weekend, but next week. Yeah, November 5th. So this weekend we have Florida, which I'm hoping is not a trap game. Florida has a really exciting quarterback, but I think we should be able to handle Florida. And then that Tennessee game will be really dope. So we'll see.
I can't wait, man. We got to watch that one together if it's okay with Pops. We got to watch it together.
All right, yeah, we'll do that. We'll make it a little event for that one. That'll be dope. That'll be super dope. So that's all we got really for this week, though. Definitely appreciate y'all hanging with us. Sorry about the Facebook technical difficulties. I'll see if we can work with StreamYard to figure out why it didn't go through the Facebook portal.
Yeah.
But other than that, anything you guys wanted to mention real quick before we drop off of here?
Nothing crazy, but we got that Jake Paul fight. You know what I'm saying? It's like on the weekend. It should be kind of fun.
Oh, it's this weekend?
Yes, this weekend. I think it's Saturday, right?
Are we gonna go?
Yeah, that's this weekend coming up versus Anderson Silva. So Anderson Silva is always been my all-time favorite.
And my Saturday is open too, dog. So I'm always busy, but this is my first Saturday in a long time I've been off. So if y'all talking about it, man.
Okay.
Dang,
all right,
it sounds like we might be up in there, man.
Look, I'm looking right now, and they got tickets for like $35 in the second row.
You lying?
We'll go lower row, but still, like we can get into the building. I think
we be in there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We know it's not gonna be real because him and Silva up there dancing together. I don't like that, but
Yeah.
All right, we'll see what's up with that. I think let's make that happen then. We'll make it a little SLAC invite. So, Bobby, that is this Saturday. I forgot about that. So, thank you, Streezy, for bringing that up, man. I almost forgot about that.
And they doing something like after party in Scottsdale too that Jake Paul was basically trying to get people to come out to. So
he like Arizona. He like looting too here. So
Shit, really.
All right, well, we'll see what's up with that. Y'all watch out for some live reporting. If we'll make it out there and we'll put some on the YouTube. We'll put some up for there for sure. And Pops said, "Great show, thanks." Thank you, Pops. We appreciate you and all your
Pops
contributions.
One more thing, my fault. Yo, shout out to August, man. I got his little thank you birthday card in the mail the other day. And I said I'm glad he's liking our Smash Bros. So I'm gonna have to come out one day and.
Hey, I ain't got mine, August. Let's go, dog. If I don't get mine by next weekend, you're gonna be called July. Come on, man. Come on, dog. I need my card.
To July. That's too funny.
But yeah, man, I'm glad he liked the game, and we have to run some sticks one day for sure.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Let's make that happen for sure.
He gonna win. You don't play him though. They young ones.
Yeah. They get too much time on there. I don't know where my skills have gone, but it's not the same. That's for sure. Bobby said, appreciate y'all as well. We definitely appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, Slackers out there, for their contributions. We'll be back Thursday for Secure the Bag, and then we'll be back next Tuesday for episode 166 of The Big Show. But that was Say Like a Champ. It's your boy A-Dub.
Hey, boy, Shizzy.
Go Astros. Let's go.